Welcome, Team Hot to Trot. This is week number 2 of our Juva Fit Quest Challenge, and I'm very excited about it. Um, Everything that's been happening. I got off to a rough start, I know, but anyway, we are going to talk about a couple of things tonight. I'm going to keep this call short and sweet because I don't know, Lori, are you prepping for the storm? Is the storm supposed to hit you?
I'm pretty much always prepped, so
There you
we
go.
always we have plenty of food, and it was
There you
just
go.
I think ahead.
So I wanted to start with just a tiny bit of education for a few minutes. But before I do that, I think most everybody's checked in, but if you haven't checked in, please, please, please get checked in. We love having our team getting accolades. And even if you don't have that many points, it is what it is. Just check in and hold yourself accountable because that's what we're doing the challenge for, to hold ourselves accountable. Even if you don't like the numbers that you're putting in, but please get checked in. The JuvaFit commit call is always on the JuvaFit Facebook page and is under Reels if you have a hard time finding it, if you don't watch it live. I was not able to watch it live because I was in a networking meeting on Tuesday evening, but I watched it the next morning and it was full of a lot of wonderful information about water and why it's important and how not all water is created equal, which we're going to talk about. So let me just share my screen quickly. So we have this amazing picture that looks like this. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. We have this amazing picture and hang on. And it is wonderful water. It helps you hydrate your cells differently than any other type of water that you're going to drink. And why is that? It's because it has antioxidants in it. It has a filter that alkalizes the water. It has anion benefits. It magnetizes the water. It reduces ORP. It adds trace mineral, reduces chlorine, improves taste and odor, and it's just a wonderful thing. And what I noticed was when I started drinking out of the C7 pitcher regularly, and I have two, one for my office and one downstairs, but when I started drinking from the C7 water pitcher regularly, I wasn't urinating as much at night because when you have the right type of water that your cells can absorb, then your body is actually using the water. A lot of times people drink water and it runs through them, and it's because it's not able to be absorbed into the cells. So there's all sorts of information about it here that I'm not going to bore you with. But then we also have two other things called all water drops and this Juva Energy Stick. The Juva Energy Stick is just a thing you can drop into a water bottle. I like to travel with it because then that way I get the ionization like what you get in the C7 pitcher, and then it ionizes and does wonderful things for your water. Especially like if you're traveling in an airport and you don't know what's in that water fountain, if you carry an empty jug and fill up in a water fountain, it's a good thing to have on hand. The all water drops, wasn't ever really sure why you would use the all water drops until I moved south. I will tell you, I cannot live without the all water drops in the summertime because it balances your electrolytes. And when it's really, really hot and really, really humid out, and you feel kind of wonky after you've been out in the heat and humidity, the all water drops in your water is a wonderful thing. It also travels easily and it's TSA approved as far as I know. I've traveled with it in my purse and nobody's ever confiscated is. So, and also Travis on his call on Tuesday night that you can go back to the JuvaFit Facebook page and watch. He had some really great information on other benefits of water and how much water we have in our body. 90% of what we have in our body has some sort of fluid to it, and that's water. So your brain benefits from it. It helps to flush out fat, which a lot of people don't know that drinking and hydrating. So you should try to get at least 64 ounces of water a day. There's a mathematical equation that says you should be drinking half your body weight every day. I don't know how much scientific data is on that, but I would say you can't drink too much water unless you're guzzling it, and you never want to guzzle water. So just make sure that while you're on this challenge that you're drinking water. Lori has been a committed person to teaching all of us years ago that we need to hydrate before we even put our feet on the ground. So I've been drinking about 8 ounces of water every morning before I get out of bed. And Lori, you were talking about the benefits of that a couple years ago. So I appreciate that nugget because I've been doing that ever since you talked about how it just starts your day out better. The other thing and I'm learning about this as well, that when you wake up in the morning, your blood pressure is higher. And what do they do when you go to the emergency room with high blood pressure? They poke an IV of fluids in you. So drink that water to help your blood pressure come down more quickly when you get up in the morning. So just wanted to make mention of those things. Um, we are in week 2. I want to talk about what worked last week and what you're working on this week. And then this challenge, what's your plan of action in order to accomplish what you're working on this week? So, Lori, I will let you go first.
Well, last week was a good week. I really noticed some excellent results. I mean, I was down 4 pounds last week, and it's like, what? So
That's awesome. That's amazing.
I told myself, it's like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. But this week, what I'm doing is adding more steps. That's my goal. I feel like I've got the healthy eating down. I'm feeling that the daily movements and weights and exercise, it's becoming a habit now. So, but I need to get my steps in because I do all of that at home. So I'm not actually walking so much, but I'm doing good things for my body.
Perfect. Perfect. Congratulations. And so your plan this week is to get more steps in?
Yes.
And how do you plan on doing that?
Well,
Just
I'm making a goal because I don't like to make a goal and be disappointed that I didn't reach. So I'm just adding 1,000 steps until it becomes almost like a habit. So that's
perfect.
kind of my game plan.
Perfect. Perfect. Michelle, what worked for you last week and what are your goals for next week and what's your plan?
Last week, my movement,
I can't hear. I
I
can't
have
hear you.
moved. You can't hear at all? Can you hear
Barely.
me, Lori?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay. Last week, I have my steps down and I'm working on tweaking all the food in the app. So I'm logging my food. Some days I've been too many calories low. Some days I've been too many calories high. I've been within the carb range, five over, five under. I've been hitting the carb target, and but the calories is what I'm playing with because you feel like you're eating a lot and you look and it's you haven't even added your exercise and you're at 1100 calories for the day. So I'm like, well, shoot, I got to eat more. And some days I'm very hungry if I'm very active. Today I was less active, so less food, right? So just tweaking because I'm not going to get the target of weights and steps every single day.
So protein and fat will add uh those those calories for you. And that would be a good way to get those.
One would think.
I know it's tough. Last week was a bust for me. I was very disappointed in myself, but I have blessed and released, as I like to talk about in my book, and just decided that this week, it's a new week, it's a new day, it's a new age. I was very good about getting my 1 minute moves of the weekend, which I'm really committed to because that helps build muscle strength. and balance. All of the moves of the week are very good for balance and muscle strength, and I'm very focused on that for this challenge and actually for the entire year. So that went really well for me last week. This week, I have my Carb Manager app out. I refuse to take a bite until I start logging stuff because the time to slow the roll is before you start shoving it into your face, right? Not after. So, and like you, Michelle, I'm having a hard time balancing the number of calories. So I'm kind of playing with that. And then my goal is to have two strength training workouts this week. I had one yesterday, and then my other one will be tomorrow or Saturday, and it's on my calendar so that I hold myself accountable. So if I get to it tomorrow afternoon, great, but it's on my calendar Friday and Saturday. So one of those days I have to do what I promised myself I would do. And the strength training is only about 15 to 20 minutes. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of weights. I don't know if everybody got a chance to watch the Mel Robbins podcast that I put in our group, but that was a very good podcast about how even just 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 5 minutes here is very good. And she also talked about the hormones, everything that most of us that are, you know, perimenopausal, menopausal, and postmenopausal are missing is hormones. And she talks about the importance of doing the weight training and the strength training in order to trick your brain into thinking it really has those hormones. So the fact that we don't have the hormone cannot be our excuse anymore. So, anyways, any thoughts, nuggets, anything?
I might mention this. I'm a fast eater, very fast eater. And one of the things I've tried this last week was slow down my eating and drink more water while I'm eating. And it seems like I'm not eating as much, and my digestive system is working better. And because I'm eating good protein, and good veggies, I'm getting what I need.
Perfect. Perfect. Great suggestion. And you guys know I've coached you in the past. You guys know when I say if you think you're hungry, drink water. If you're still hungry, drink more water. And then if you're hungry, now you can go search for food. But a lot of time, the hunger is not really hunger, is maybe stress eating, or maybe it's just the fact that I need more water. So, great. Thank you for sharing that. I need to slow my roll too. I tend to inhale my food.
Mhm.
Probably has something to do with growing up with two siblings and everybody grabbing all at once.
It's all my
Just
fault.
saying. Not that I'm playing the blame game or anything.
It's partly, you had two siblings, not just one. So we'll share the blame 50-50. Every
So,
man for himself, right?
right, right. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, if that's it, I don't want to take up anybody's time. I know everybody's tired and storm prepping or whatever. We're hot here. We got up to 75 today, which is ridiculous because it was 20 degrees when I
Wow.
woke up yesterday morning. So we've had a 50-degree temperature change, and that's a little rough on the body, but
Today was beautiful. It's hard to believe it's going to be minus or five, five tomorrow is the high.
Oh my
And
gosh.
today was like, I don't know, it had to been almost 50 some. And it was
right.
sunny, no wind. It was beautiful.
That's crazy. Well, be
Lovely. That's
safe.
Hmm.
lovely.
Everybody have a wonderful week. I'm always here for you guys. If you need anything, if you need any help, just feel free to reach out. And everybody have a fantastic week. Grateful for
Thank
you
you.
guys. Have a great
Love
day.
you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great